a pop-up live. Why is Sig the solo cruiser live? And she didn't announce it. Well, the main reason is because live is what Sig will do when she doesn't have a video finished. I do not have a video finished for today. I didn't get a vlog done, and I was going to scramble because today I wanted to put out my review of Explora Journeys, even though I feel like people already know, you know, how I feel or what I think about Explora Journeys. But I'm still going to, I decided I'm still going to put out a review. So, but I haven't gotten to it yet. So therefore I decided, well, you know, it's 4 o'clock now. I know I'm not going to get anything done by 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern is when I try to post my vlogs. I'm not going to get it done today, so I said, well, let me go ahead and just do a quick live. Now, I'm not going to be here long. I know I keep saying that now. Now I keep saying I'm not going to be on here long, and then I'm here for like an hour or more, but no, I'm not going to be here long. I'm thinking tops 30 minutes. I did jot down some things that I want to talk about, but let's see who's here. If anybody's that was my sister trying to call me while I'm doing a live, so which is a reminder because I'm trying to book a cruise for her, and I got quite a few things to do. Let's see who is in the chat today. Alyssa, hey, how are you? Hello, welcome in on this short notice. And Cruising Capers, hello. Hey, you're saying hey Sig, hello to you as well. And we have Indigo, hi, are you on another cruise? No, I am at home. I am at home, and the reason I'm doing a live, yeah, because I hardly ever do a live, you know, when I'm at home just on the ship. But I'm doing a live today because I don't have the video finished, y'all, and I got a lot to do. I was gonna try to squeeze it in today, but it's not gonna get done, and I have so much stuff to do. So I said, well, let me jump on and do a quick live. I got a few things I want to talk about and everything, so I thought this would be a quick way to, you know, get something in today. So Elise is saying good to see you. Good to see you too. Glad you all are here. Thank you guys so much for coming on this short notice. Short notice. So like I said, today I wanted to post about Explora Journeys. I was going to do a review, even though I feel like with all the content that I've had and how much I've spoken about Explora Journeys, everybody who's watched the videos probably already know how I feel about Explora Journeys and how I felt about the experience. But still, I think I want to still put a video together to kind of go through like each of the different areas, you know, talk about embarkation, talk about the dining, and, you know, the total experience, so that and give you a perspective and a perspective on why I feel, you know, the way I do about it, and to explain and share a little bit more. So I'll put that together. Hopefully that will be done by next week. So all right, so before I jump into things, and then, hey, if you guys are here, if you can go ahead and give me a thumbs up for the video, I would really appreciate it. And see, Joyce Austin, hi Sig, I really enjoy your videos from Explora Journeys. That I booked my cruise. Yay! You are going to love it. I can't wait to meet you next year. I am looking forward to meeting you, which is another thing that the first thing that I want to talk about, the group cruise. Looking fabulous. Well, thank you so much. All right, so let me get into it, because like I said, I'm not going to be here long. And it looks like you guys are hearing me okay. So, and I'm outside on the balcony, so there's traffic down here. So if it gets too noisy, just put a note in the chat and I'll just move it inside. So, so I wanted to talk about now, first of all, my Explora Journeys group cruise for April 2nd, 2026 next year. I am completely surprised because when I first started this group cruise idea, I was on the ship And I was thinking, man, this would be great. I mean, it's great. There's a, you know, solo group there on the ship and everything, and it's great meeting people on the ship. But I was thinking, well, this would be great for a group cruise because it's not overpowering with a lot of activities, and I can see some downtime where, you know, like a group who have planned this together and, you know, are anticipating this cruise together, get on the ship together and kind of socialize together, you know, during some of the downtime. So I thought, well, this would be great for a group cruise. And I was like, man, I hope I can get 5. I hope I can get 5 bookings, you know, because it's a luxury cruise, and I just didn't know that there were people out there who were interested in doing a luxury cruise as a group cruise. So yeah, so I sold out of first. I only got 10 because I was hoping for 5, so I only got 10 cabins. I sold out of those, and then I got another 10, sold out of those. Now Explora Journeys, with their group cruises, 20 is the maximum that you can have without getting extra permission. So you have to get extra permission to go above that. So I have, even though I sold out of all 20 cabins plus some, because I got some who actually even booked without the group and just pulled it in, I'm going to still see if I can get, if there's anything more than I can do, because I still have people who are still interested and who have approved their proposal, and but I'm also down. I don't have a cabin, a suite to give them. So I'm going to see next week if there's anything else that, you know, I can do for the people who are still interested. So if you have put in a proposal or if you have approved a proposal and I do get word there's something else that I can do, I will let you know. Otherwise, you can still book. There are people that have still booked at the current rate, plus I can give you some onboard credit or journey experience credit on top of that, so you can still book, and you know, I can give you an extra perk just for booking. So, but yeah, so that's one of the things that I wanted to share, that I am so excited about that. Let me go back. Let me see any, hey, Points Blank Travel, my favorite solo cruise, my favorite, I put in the solo, but my favorite cruiser. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for being here. I am only going to be here for a little minute. So yeah, so I am excited about that. Again, you can still book. One of the things I wanted to talk about, or that I wanted to have today that I didn't get to for the review, I wanted to talk about why. Why is it that I like Explora Journeys? And so far, like all of the cruises, of course, I started off cruising. Motorcycle in the background. So I started off my solo cruising with Carnival. So I did like 25 straight cruises with Carnival before moving on to, you know, other ships. Last year, the past year and a half, I've been cruising other lines to where, you know, I've sailed at least 10 other lines. Now with Explora Journeys. So I've you know, sailed 11 other lines now solo, just to experience other lines. And that's something that I'm glad that I did, because you get, each cruise line does have like a different, they have something different. You can tell there's like a different vibe. Some of them have different activities. There's a lot of similarities, you know, across the cruise lines, but each one has something, you know, that they can call their own, whether it's, you know, a particular vibe or a particular activity, the quality of the shows or something. There's something different about, you know, each cruise line. And I can say there's not, well, yeah, even with Explora Journeys, there is not, I can say there's not one cruise line that I can say that has 100% of everything, to where I can say I will sail this cruise line and no other cruise line, you know, ever again. So each cruise line just has something different, you know, and I think that's something that I want to continue to do, to switch up the cruising, keep trying different lines, keep trying different cabins or different experiences, you know, on each of the lines, because I think it's really it's really great to really switch it up and everything. So let's see who else. Let me see. Who's I can't see. Is this Lita Shay? Lita Shay? I hope I'm saying that right. Hello. Hello to you. And HB5, hello. How are you guys? Thank you guys for coming. And Bobby Smith, hey Bobby, I loved your Explora vlogs. You are a thoughtful, intelligent. Oh, thank you. And have I can't see. And have a wrongful way of sharing your joy with the world. Thank you for being the awesome lady that you are. That is so sweet of you to say. And thank you. I really appreciate it. And I really enjoy doing the Explora vlogs. But let me get back to, because I got off track of what I was trying to say. So why I love Explora over the other experiences that I've had. Cruising is great, but for me, on Explora Journeys, I just felt so relaxed. It was truly a relaxing cruise, to where you could actually feel the difference in the stress level, because on the other ships, even if it's a small ship, it doesn't even have to be a mega ship. It's like you're always rushing, or always like fighting crowds. You're always worried about, am I going to get a lounge, or am I going, just the extra consideration that you have to do with so many other people, on the ship. Explora Journeys is just the opposite of that. Now, right now, because they only have 2 ships in the water, and they're not sailing to full capacity, it's an experience where, it is completely stress-free. You can always go somewhere without bumping into people. You can always go somewhere and find, a nice lounger, and a nice spot on any part of the deck, even if it's the main deck, the conservatory, or the aft pool areas. You can always find somewhere. When it's time to go to a show, you don't have to, it's not crowded, and you have to get there 30 minutes, 45 minutes, before the show starts, to make sure you get a good seat. And it's actually, to me, something, and I know this might sound weird, but it's actually something that that I felt in my body. I can feel the difference, to where it's like, man, I don't have to worry about this. I can truly relax. And you would think that's what cruising is supposed to be all about, going and relaxing. But I really didn't notice until Explora Journeys what the difference is. Even though I'm going on a cruise on these other ships, I'm still hyped, or it's still a tense situation, because of, all the, the fighting that you have to do to have peace. where you don't have to do that on Explora Journeys. Now, right now, they're not sailing to, full capacity. So when they do that, I don't know if it's going to be that big of a difference, because on my sailing, it was like 750, and the ship capacity was like I think they said 990 or 992. So with it being full, I do want to try it again once they are sailing to full capacity, to see if it's going to make, that much of a difference. So we will see. So that's the number one thing why I like Explora Journeys, because it is truly stress-free and relaxing. I really feel like I'm on vacation. So that's the number one thing. But of course, the food. The food is like I've experienced, or not experienced on any other ship. It's just the level of food quality, especially in what we would consider the buffet. They consider it a full hall, because they have food stations set up. And it is just, like a dining experience each time. Even if you want to just get a snack, the snacks are dining experiences. So it's definitely, a different experience. and it's a luxury experience, and I can say that the extra money that I would spend on a ship like Explora Journeys, it would be worth it, you know, to me. And right now it's gonna test my levels as to, you know, how high I can go with that, because right now already I see the prices, you know, increasing. And I was looking at Explorer 3, looking at, you know, the sailings that they have coming out, and yeah, it's getting kind of pricey. So I will say, if you want to try a luxury experience and the price has been holding you back, I would say if you ever want a chance, try booking Explorer now, because those prices are already starting to increase. So let me back up, let me see who's here. And wonderful, okay, wonderful, okay. Thank you, Bobby, thank you so much. And I see Steve. Is it Steven? It's kind of, my screen is kind of dark. I need to lighten it up. And I know I'm kind of dark here, but I don't know if I can you, let me know if, am I too dark for you guys? I can try to switch it around to get a little light. I know I'm sitting here in the shade, but it's kind of cooler in here in the shade too. So let's see, Mary Ann. Hey, Mary Ann Dillon, welcome. How are you? I am doing great this Saturday. I am doing this live because I did not finish my video for today, and there's no chance of me getting it done. So I said, well, let me jump on here for a few minutes. I got a list of things that I'm going through. So Keith Turner, hey, can't wait to meet you on the group cruise. Thank you for popping into the live. And Cruising Capers, you have definitely piqued. I've definitely piqued your interest with Explora Journeys. Definitely check them out, you know, if you can. And let's see, this is modern. Is this Modern Midlife? Is there a walking track on the Explorer at all? I saw the gym, but wonder what was available outside. Yes, there's a walking track on the deck above the conservatory. It's a walking track around about half the deck but if you continue on outside of the walking deck, forward is going to be the Helios pool. So it doesn't go around the Helios pool. It kind of cuts off around the conservatory, and then I think the rest, is that the front or the aft of the deck? And I want to say that's deck 11 if I remember correctly. But yeah, there is an outdoor track. And even though it's a small track, for some reason, maybe because it goes around the conservatory, it's a relaxing walk around, and it doesn't, on other ships it just feels like I'm walking in, you're still walking in a circle, but it feels repetitive. I think because of the view and the beauty of the ship, it doesn't feel you know, as repetitive as it does on other ships. But yes, to answer your question, yes, there is a walking track on the outside. It's right above the conservatory. All right, and let's see. Okay, let me back up. Okay, so HB5, I would love to try the cruise line, but it's too expensive for me. And it is, yeah, it is a luxury cruise. It is expensive. But one thing that I would also say to that, just be mindful that, you know, of all the things that's included. If you do the thermal spa on other ships, and if you pay for that, if you pay for Wi-Fi for 3 devices, premium Wi-Fi, if you pay for drink packages, I would say, you know, if you do those things, you know, to add that in and look at your total cost of what you're already paying versus, you know, Explora Journeys. I mean, it's still going to be pricey. It is a luxury cruise experience, so it does come with a premium price tag on it. But if there's something that you can do, I would say it's definitely, you know, worth it. At least to me it is. All right, so let me go back. And Okay, HP, you'll have to save, and because it looks worth it. I mean, that's actually where I am now too. I'm actually I'm actually looking at planning and budgeting, you know, for at least one Explora Journeys cruise, you know, each year if I can do it, or every other year or something, because I mean just from, you know, like a self-care type of perspective, and being able to truly relax, it's something that for me, I would feel that I would want to, you know, invest in, you know. Let's see, MH Family, hey Raquel, MH Family Adventures is here now. She is MH Family, watch her vlogs. I know she just posted it today, and I gotta, after this live, I gotta check out your next video. But Raquel was on Explora 2 for 4 days, so she's posting her series on that now. So if you haven't checked it out, she's already given, you know, her perspective. She's already done a ship tour, which is something I still gotta do, and she did the embarkation day, and today she has a new vlog out on Explora 2, so she's sharing her experience as well. So just in case you think my perspective may be a little off, check hers out. You know, you'll see that it's a little, we've had some of the same some of the same impressions. So it's like when you get at least 2 people saying the same thing, you know, that's when you can you know, give it a little more credit. It's like, there must be something to this. So, but yes, definitely, if you haven't checked out her series, she has it going on now. You know, pop on over. If you're not subscribed to her channel, that's MH Family Adventures. Go ahead and subscribe and look at another perspective on Explora Journeys. And she's on Explora 2, which is going to be the group cruise that I'm doing next year, April 2nd. That's going to be on Explora 2 as well. So if you want to check out the ship, even though it's a sister ship to Explora 1, go ahead and check it out, and she'll show you everything. All right, let me see. Okay, great, you can see me fine. Hey, Harlan, where you been, Harlan? All right, well, thank you so much for showing up today, for coming to the chat. Krystle B Cruising, good afternoon, everyone. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Yes, happy Memorial Day weekend to everyone. Modern Midlife, thank you, and welcome in. And let's see, Explora has a casino. Yeah, Explora has a casino, and it is very small. They have, I think it was 2 tables in there. Now, I could have sworn I took video of the casino. It is very small, but MH Family Adventures, she did a ship tour, and she actually showed the casino. I lost my footage somehow. I don't know what happened to it. I just, I remember taking it, but when I got back and I'm trying to put together my footage for my my ship tour, but I don't see it in there, so I can't find it. But MH Family Adventures, in her ship tour, if you want to see it, she did vlog the casino. So let me see, is this, oh, I can't see it's dark on my end, but is this Miss Shonda, Rhonda? Hello, Cheryl. So glad I caught your live. Yes, I'm glad I was able to book with you on Explora. Oh, Rhonda, yes. I can't wait to meet you. Yes. So I am so excited about everybody that's booked for Explora 2. I am so much looking forward, you know, to the group cruise. Cammie, hello, Cammie. How are you? Welcome in. Hey, Tanya, Event Yours. Welcome in. And hello, thank you all for coming. And Harlan, no craps table in the casino. Okay, let me see, the best casino game, and they don't have it. I don't do anything in the casino but slots. So I'm gonna try to play blackjack though. So because I've been playing, you know, on my phone. So I figure, you know, if I play on my phone and I'm good, I can do it, you know, like on the ships too, right? Isn't that the way it works? Yeah. Right. Okay. All right, so hey, your favorite couple, hello there, guys. Check out their channel as well. They were on, oh god, when I'm working, I'm playing everybody's videos. in the background while I'm working. So I can't remember exactly. I know they were on. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember if it was like the Celebrity series or Virgin Voyages. I think, no, it was Virgin Voyages with Melanin at Sea. So that's the series that they're on now. So check out their channel as well. And all right. So let me get on, because like I said, I'm not going to be on here long. So I talked about Explora Journeys, the group cruise, and I was going to also mention that if you are interested in Explora Journeys, they're coming out with more itineraries. They just announced Alaska, which I do want to do Alaska. I need to decide what ship I'm going to do it on, so I'm going to check that out too. And also a solo list. So Explora Journeys, they're good for you know, as cruising solo, you're always looking for that, you know, solo supplement. Now, they are a luxury cruise, so it is, you know, a little bit more expensive. Oh, goodness, the train is coming. It's loud to me. There's a train over here. So, okay, I think it's quieting down, so hopefully you can hear me through the mic. But, so they have, a lot of times they do no solo supplement, and 25% single supplement on some cruises, but I do have their list. If that's something that you're interested in, you know, I can share what they have. A lot of it, you know, they do have a lot of longer itineraries. They do have a lot of you know, Mediterranean, European itineraries, but there were a couple of Caribbean itineraries on there as well. So hey, if you are interested, let me know, and I can get some additional perks for your booking. That's for any Explora Journeys cruise, and that's for the group cruise as well. So now I want to move on. Okay, Explora Journeys, I'm going to move on from that and talk about what I have upcoming. So I am preparing, and I'm trying to do this and get ahead. So starting June 1st, I have a series of daily vlogs that I'm going to do. And so I'm making them now, making and editing them now, and I am just posting starting June 1st. And they are just, you know, short little videos on different topics. I have a different theme for each day that I'm going to talk about. So, and I've built out a list through August 31st. So about 3 months. Yeah, it's about 3 months worth of daily topics. I'm going to see how this goes. So if this is something that you all are enjoying, and you know, if I get, you know, good feedback from this, it could be something that I continue. And it's something that I wanted to do, is like different topics, but also it's something I'm doing while I'm walking. So this gives me incentive to, you know, like keep walking, get my exercise in, get my steps in at home, and also create content at the same time. So I'm trying to do, you know, kill two birds with one stone. So that's coming up in June, like I said, June 1st. And it's something that I'm excited about, because it's something that's a little different, and it's not like long daily videos. It's going to be like I'm trying to keep it at a maximum of 3 minutes per video. So they're going to be short, but they're not going to be shorts. I may of course make some shorts out of them, but they're going to be long form videos, but just 3 months or 3 minutes, and just talking about different topics. Actually, I did share one of the ones just to kind of test it out. I think I shared it as a short. So if you saw my short, I think it was a short or a long video. I can't remember which way I did it. But the one with me walking and talking about being a solo cruiser over 50. So that's what it's going to be like. And I was just testing that to kind of get some feedback of, you know, what you guys thought of it, and so far you guys gave me very good feedback. So hopefully this will be, you know, a good series that I can continue with. All right, and let me see. Okay, okay. Tanya, it's not the same thing. So, you know, playing blackjack on my phone, you know, if I'm always winning on my phone, so that doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to win on the ships. Or even if I go, you know, go over to what's that, Hard Rock Cafe, not cafe, the Hard Rock Casino over here. So it doesn't translate. That's okay. All right. So, hello, happy Sunday. Is this, oh guys, I can't see, it's dark. Is this Mika? Hopefully that's what it says. My screen is dark, so I really can't see all of the names because they're really, really tiny. But happy Sunday to you as well. So the next thing that I want to talk about is what I have coming up. So I'm solo. I'm a solo cruiser. And I am doing my first solo land trip next month. So, so I want to start considering, you know, bringing in land travel. You know, as a solo, I'm not as comfortable with land travel as a solo because I know it's going to be different. There are things that I can do on a ship that I know I won't be able to do on land. Like I can stay up until, you know, 1 or 2 o'clock at night or something, you know, on a ship. Well, you know, I'm not going to be doing that on land if I go out and about, or, you know, there's not that many people around. As far as like when you're on a ship, if I want to socialize, I have people that I can just go to a bar, or I can just go out and sit somewhere and have people to talk to. And I just feel like that's going to be different, you know, for a land trip. Now, even though, you know, I'm okay with being solo, I'm okay with my own company, so that doesn't bother me. But I'm just looking at, you know, what the differences are, you know, what the differences will be like. So I'm going to experience that next month in June. I have a my first solo land trip that I'm going to do, and because I don't want to be completely out of my comfort zone, it's going to be to a Caribbean island. But it's going to be to a Caribbean island that I've never been to before. So that'll keep it interesting. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be next month in June. So let's see. Michael, hello Michael. How are you? And welcome in. Are you back home? Yes, I'm at home. I'm at home until I have another cruise next month. That is going to be on the MSC Seashore, which I actually sailed last year. I still haven't gotten around to putting out that content yet, but I still have that to do. But now, since I have it, I'm just going to hold on to it and couple it with my cruise back on the seashore in June, so next month, because I am going to do the yacht club. And the reason I'm doing the yacht club is because one of the questions that I got on Explora Journeys and after sailing Explora is, you know, well, how does it compare to the yacht club? So and that's a question that I can't answer. So since it's a question that I can't answer, you know, hey, just book a yacht club experience to see what the differences are like. Now, I've heard, you know, other people talk about, you know, the differences, what it's like, but it's nothing like experiencing it firsthand for yourself and then actually sharing that. So that makes 2 trips that I have in June. I have a cruise, just a short 3-day experience on the seashore for the yacht club experience, and then my solo land trip to a Caribbean island. So that's what I have coming up. So Harlan is asking, how do I like MSC cruises? You know, with all of the, you know, the negative feedback that I've heard about MSC, I haven't experienced it. I haven't experienced it yet. Now, I've only been on 2 ships, and there are 2 other smaller ships. So my first experience was on the MSC Magnifica, and I did that, what was that? That was it was a Thanksgiving cruise, so that was 2 years ago, 23, I think. And it was its first sailing in the U.S., you know. So I had a great time on that ship, even though at that time, you know, for the solo meetups, at that time, they were just, you know, putting a sign by the bar and saying, here's your solo meetup, and it was unhosted. Since then, I know Carol Handy from Solo Cruising and More, she went on the Magnifica afterwards, and it looked like at that time, the solo cruising program, it was being hosted at that time, and she had a much, you know, better time, you know, with their solo cruiser program. But still, I enjoyed the ship. I had a great time. For me, the food was great because I'm eating gluten-free, which is something I'm going to talk about in a minute. But I was eating gluten-free, so and I usually have only selected options, so the food for me was fine. I ate mostly in the buffet. I didn't care for eating in the dining room because even as a solo, at least on that ship, they sat you with other. You were always seated at a sharing table, so I couldn't get a table by myself. So I remember dining there only once, I believe, and then for the rest of the time I ate in the buffet. The entertainment wasn't the greatest, you know, at that time. But other than that, you know, I had a great time. And then on the seashore, now I love the seashore a lot better than the Magnifica. They did have a solo cruiser program. I went for their solo cruiser meetup. I was on a 3-day cruise, and you know, it didn't make sense to me that they had the solo meetup on day 2 of a 3-day cruise. But other than that, I liked it better because I loved what's the taco place? Hola Tacos? Is that the name of it on the seashore or MSC ships? But I loved it. You know, I had a great time. And right now, you know, for people, solo cruisers who are looking for, you know, great solo pricing, MSC is one of the better cruises price-wise, even without a solo supplement or no solo supplement promotions. You know, it's priced very well, very affordable for solo cruisers. And then a lot of the time, MSC Cruises is one of the cruise lines that you can go into a lot of times, and they may not announce or promote, hey, there's a no solo supplement here, or it's reduced solo supplement. But if you go in and price for one, it can be either no solo supplement or slightly more. I actually booked my sister on the cruise yesterday for a solo, as a solo cruiser for the, what ship was that? Is that the Seaside, the one that's in Miami for December 8th? Because there was a 4-day cruise. What was it? $216 plus, you know, she has with the loyalty program, her cruise came out to be $209 for a 4-day cruise. So even though, yeah, so a lot of times, you know, you can go into MSC, look at the price for double occupancy, change it to 1, and it may be half the price or just slightly more. And that's without, you know, announcing, hey, we got this big, you know, no single supplement or no solo supplement, you know, on MSC Cruises. So as a solo cruiser, it's a great way, a great affordable way, you know, to cruise. And Harlan, you said was the food served hot, and the cold food served cold? You know, it's been a while since I sailed, but I can remember the things that I don't like about a ship, and I didn't have a problem with the food. So that would tell me that, you know, I didn't have a problem with, you know, the temperature of the food, you know, hot being hot, cold being cold, only because, you know, I didn't have any complaints about it. And Harlan, you would be amazed at how many manufacturers now put gluten-free on their gluten-free on their gluten-free food. Yes, it has changed since the days that I became, you know, gluten intolerant. And MSC Cruises have very crowded ships, you know. And again, yeah, I agree. And that points, I mean, to me, it's like their crowds aren't, to me, any different than the other cruises, the other cruise lines. And like I said, that was the main difference that I felt, you know, in cruising Explora Journeys than the other ships. So I'm going to talk about, and speaking of gluten-free, because I want to get out of here, but there's something, I have a video, and I actually started making it on Explora Journeys when I was at the Sakura restaurant, and I got to it and I cut it because I said, no, that's got to be a totally separate video. So my channel, I don't know what I'm going to do with my channel, because, you know, people are saying I'm not introverted anymore. I am. But there's definitely, I can say, I agree that there's been a difference since I started vlogging and since I started, you know, talking to people on the ships, because nobody wants to see an introverted, a truly introverted cruise vlogger. You don't want to see me just sitting there by myself all the time. So I have to go out of my way to, you know, talk to people or to engage, or especially when I'm showing you, you know, like the solo meetups and everything, to show you what the experience is like. So that's a thing. And so now the whole gluten-free thing, y'all. So let's back up. So I haven't been gluten-free all my life. I haven't been gluten intolerant all my life. In 2000, it was around 2010, when suddenly I just started feeling pain. I started getting sick. I had headaches 24/7, and pain reliever would not get rid of it. So I went to doctors. I spent like $10,000 or more at the time going to different specialists and everything, trying to find out what was wrong. And doctors wanted to put me on pill after pill after pill. Even antidepressants. Well, it was antidepressants. It was a heart some type of heart medication, something, because it felt like I was having heart palpitations, thyroid medication. So I would have been on all of these different medications, and luckily I had a friend who did have a thyroid issue, and she said, you know, your issue sounds like some of the issues that the other people are having, and it's simply gluten. You know, they just eliminated gluten and all of their symptoms went away. So I'm like, that's, you know, of course, that sounds crazy. So I'm thinking that's not it. So she was like, well, just try it. She said, just try eliminating gluten, you know, for 2 weeks and see how you feel. I eliminated gluten, and I would say within 2 to 3 days, it was like, I would say a good 80% of my symptoms went away. I had a muscle twitch in my toe that it twitched constantly, non-stop, for at least a year. I mean, just non-stop. So I thought, and one of the specialists, you know, and one of the specialists got me all scared, because she was like, uh-oh, it looks like you might, this might be the beginning stages of MS, multiple sclerosis. So I had all of these doctors telling me all of these things, and all it was gluten. And all I did was eliminate gluten, and 80% of my symptoms went away. Now, I did have to go on thyroid medication to help, because what it was, my gluten was mimic. I'm not going to go into all the medical, you know, details, but the gluten was mimicking. You know, it was attacking my thyroid gland. So I started taking, thyroid medication to relieve that. So over the years, I was later diagnosed. I had to go to a naturopath, and that's how I was diagnosed with, was it Hashimoto's? And so that led to my lifestyle of being gluten-free. Long story short, I noticed in 2024, so last year, beginning of last year, I ate something that had gluten in it. I didn't find out until later, and I didn't have any type of reaction. Usually I get pain immediately, and the pain in my wrist and my fingers, and it just feels like I have a sprained wrist or something. When I go try to pick something up, it's like I'll drop it because it feels like, you know, there's so much pain in my wrist. I felt nothing. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So long story short, over the year, last year, I started reintroducing gluten into my lifestyle just to try it out, to see if I was, hey, is this a thing? Is it just suddenly gone? Just like it suddenly came, is it suddenly gone now? So I did find I can eat more gluten without without a major reaction. Am I gluten-free? Or am I no longer gluten-free? No. I found that there is a certain level to where if I eat too much of it, if I eat it for a long period of time, the symptoms come back not as severe as it was before, but it's just less severe. And also, I feel horrible now. And I don't know if that's because, you know, I went so long without eating gluten that I can tell the difference now. I feel inflamed. If I eat a lot of it and continuously, I feel sick. So I will still continue to eat gluten-free, but my concerns for the channel is because there are other people who are still very sensitive to gluten, and especially I'm worried about celiac people who may watch my channel, you know, looking for gluten-free options, and especially if I'm eating in a buffet area and I'm saying, you know, hey, this is safe, you know, I'm eating this and I'm not getting a reaction from it. Well, my concern is that I'm eating it, but now I'm no longer that sensitive to it, to where if there's cross-contamination that I can feel it. So I've been, over the past year, I've been kind of slowly getting away from, you know, like focusing on gluten-free. I still eat gluten-free. I will still continue to eat gluten-free. Like I said, mainly because I still, if I eat a lot of it, I still get some symptoms. I'm not to the point where I can, you know, eat it and not be, you know, totally, I still get symptoms from it. But I'm just concerned that, you know, if something is if there is cross-contamination in something, that I may be providing the wrong information from others who can get severely sick from it. So all that to say, you know, it's kind of exciting, because it does open the door up to things that I can try on cruise ships that I have not been able to try before. I can eat off the gluten-free menu, and actually that's something that I tried. You can't straddle the fence on the cruise line. Either you're gluten-free or either you're not. When I was on Explora, I did tell them, you know, hey, I need to eat gluten-free, so I had that in my notes and everything. So I tried to go off menu, or go off the gluten-free menu to try something that wasn't marked gluten-free, and the servers, it's like they gave me a hard time. And he's like, well, I can't go to the chef because he's going to be like, you know, you're ordering gluten-free, and then you're trying to order this that's not gluten-free. So yeah, you can't straddle the fence. So I think from here on out, especially because I know what I can order, I'm not going to, you know, order or put in my notes or notify the cruise lines that, you know, I'm gluten sensitive, and I'm going to pick and choose what I want to order. I'm not going to focus on gluten-free on the channel, as far as like everything that I'm eating is gluten-free, but I will label what I eat as gluten-free. And I'm also going to continue to focus on other allergies, well, all allergies, and vegan and vegetarian options as well. So I do want to open it up, you know, to focus on, you know, the different food options. But I'm just concerned about, you know, how to do that delicately, to where, you know, people who, especially celiacs, they have my biggest concerns. I don't want to lead them into thinking something that I'm eating is gluten-free, you know, if it's not. So that's the kind of the fence that I'm walking for the channel, and I'm pulling back away from, you know, the solo introvert and gluten-free. So Sig the Solo Cruiser, I'll keep the name, because I was going to change it because but I had some of my well, Kiki and Siobhan were telling me, no, we like that name, keep the names. So I'm gonna stay Sig, but you will see my channel, you know, kind of slowly evolve away from, you know, solo introvert and gluten-free, but still focusing on the solo, and yeah, we'll see where it goes. All right, so before I get out of here, that was a lot, so let me kind of back up and see what you guys are saying. So let me see. Let's see. Phil, hey, Phil and D, hello, how are you? Welcome in. Team Reese Travel, hey, Sig, hello, welcome in. And Keisha, hello, welcome in. If you guys would go ahead and give me a thumbs up, please. I would really appreciate it. And Team Reese Travel says, yes, we like the name. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep the name. But yeah, so I will, you know, I'm still gonna put out that vlog about, you know, the whole, you know, gluten-free thing and the changes to the channel, because I want people to be aware. And somebody noticed that when I was on Explora, well, two people noticed when I was on Explora, I sampled some couscous, and they were like, couscous, it's not gluten-free. I was like, yeah, I know. So, and that's what made me think, okay, I better go ahead and say something, because there are going to be, in the future, there's going to be other times when there's something on my plate that is not gluten-free. So I do want to share that. But guys, I am going to wrap up. And like I said, this video was because, or this live stream was because, I'm sorry, I don't have a video for today. I never got to it. I never got to finish it. But hopefully I will have it together by next week. I'll be all caught up. And stay tuned if you are looking for a deal on the Explora Journeys group cruise that I have. Yes, it's all sold out, but I'm going to see. We're just going to try and see if we can get something else for everybody else who's interested. But yes, you can still book. And I will have a little perk for you at least. All right. Well, guys, gluten conscious, yes. I'm still going to be gluten conscious, which is what Explora calls it. I'm going to be gluten conscious. I'm going to be vegan conscious. I'm going to be everything. So I'm going to put more of an emphasis on, you know, food allergies and food preferences, you know, in general. So, all right. So stay tuned for that. Well, guys, I'm going to wrap up and get out of here. Thank you guys so much for coming. If you guys can just please give me a thumbs up on the way out. Guys, enjoy your Sunday, the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. And hey, I will see you soon. All right, hey, I might do more of these more often. This was kind of fun. All right, I'm getting out of here. See you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.